It's never going to be perfect. And the pursuit of perfection will ruin you if it's not nurtured and cared for. I am a perfectionist. And if you clicked on this video, you're a perfectionist too. It's taken me 6 tries to get the intro right because it needs to be perfect. And for whatever reason, perfectionists feel as if they are not good enough. That is innately where perfectionism comes from. It comes from pleasing, it comes from validation, and it comes from the feeling of not enoughness. When we can satisfy those cravings, we can satisfy our cravings for validation. When we can satisfy our enoughness, our own self-worth, that is when it's perfect. And something you need to realize is you are in your perfection. You are whole. You are created in the image of God, perfect, in totality, in this moment, divinely. We forget this. We constantly want, we constantly seek, we constantly look outside of ourselves, of this moment, for a fleeting pleasure, for a feeling of validation, for someone else to pat us on the back, for something that we create to feel entirely done. And likely perfectionists are usually creators. They're usually artists. They're usually craftsmen of some kind. And these things that we create, we want them to be perfect. My videos, they need to be perfect. My journal entries, my songs, my films, my work with my clients, the contracts I write up, it all needs to be perfect. And perfectionism is a gift beyond gifts, because it allows me to be great. Because I don't just settle for being great. That's the thing that you get as a perfectionist. As a perfectionist, you achieve greatness because even greatness is not good enough. So there must be a way for us to feel content with this dissatisfaction that we innately have with the world. I am constantly striving to create. And as a perfectionist, a lot of times I judge my own creations. And I judge other people's creations. A trait of a lot of perfectionists is they are comparative. They are judgmental. Myself, I compare myself to people. And I do it too often. And it's something that I work through. Every day I work to replace my judgments upon myself, my judgments upon the world. And the affirmation, I accept you, I forgive you, and I love you, has been instrumental in my work with my perfectionism, in my acceptance of myself, in my acceptance of others outside of me. It's been, I accept you, I forgive you, and I love you. Because that means all is well. All is well when you can accept, you can love, and you can forgive. And when you can accept, love, and forgive, you know that you are enough. You know that you don't need external validation. You are all that you need to be. And my perfectionism has gotten me to great places. My perfectionism has allowed me to build a business that sustains myself at 23 years old. It's allowed me to travel across the world. It's allowed me to play Division I football, and it's allowed me to graduate with honors and get straight A's in high school and college and do great things and create great things. But also it brings me down often because I'm always looking to the next thing. And you, as a perfectionist, likely are on the same wave. Every time you have a goal and you do everything in your power to achieve that goal. And when that goal comes, you are left wanting. You are left saying, what is next? And nothing is more disappointing than when you reach the goal that you set so strongly for yourself. Nothing is more disappointing when you hit that goal and you say, what's next? It is a punch in the face. It's a smack to your ego because your ego told you, then I'll be happy. And that's what perfectionists see the world as. It's a constant illusion. We're like drug addicts. Perfectionists are like drug addicts. They say, then I'll be happy. Oh, when I make that final change in this video, then it'll be perfect. Oh, if my girlfriend could just want to buy that plane ticket, then it'll be enough. If my son just gets that last A, if he gets that B to an A, then he'll be enough. And oftentimes, it's passed down to us by our parents. I received the perfectionist gene from my father. I received the perfectionist gene from my dad, and I thank him for it. He received it from his dad, who got it from his dad, and it gets passed down for generations. And I realized that my perfectionism came from my upbringing as a child in school and in baseball and sports, where my dad wanted me to be the best version of myself that I could be, so he held me to this high standard. And I needed to get those straight A's. I needed to hit home runs. I needed to strike kids out. And I needed to get a Division I football scholarship in order to get the validation. And the perfectionism is a constant seeking of validation. It's a constant seeking, and it is given to us through our youth. So when we can go in and do the work, and ask ourselves the questions where the perfectionism came from, we can begin to heal those wounds. We can finally start to deal and process our past. And for me, it came down to me going into my past, me forgiving my dad for holding me to such a high standard and expressing gratitude for that high standard, because look where I am today. Because it has allowed me this beautiful life and this beautiful self-image. And it's allowed me to look in the mirror and say, I forgive you, I accept you, and I love you. And it's allowed me to create great things at such a young age and have dreams for a future and dream big, because perfectionists dream big. And if you're a perfectionist, you have a big dream. You have a dream on a global scale. You know that you're more than just a 9-to-5 worker. You know that you fit in more than just a puzzle piece in somebody else's game. Don't forget your innate purpose. Don't forget your innate purpose. You are here to live. You are here to create. You are here in your perfection with no need for validation from somebody else. You need to show up as yourself and know that that is all you need. Showing up as yourself, for yourself, is all you need to lead a life that is perfect. So stop seeking perfection outside of yourself. Look for the perfection within yourself and recognize that you are perfect as you are. That you show up exactly as you need to be. That you are exactly where you need to be, as you need to be, and you show up how you need to be. There's no validation outside of you that's going to tell you. There's no person or amount of money or amount of attention that's going to make you feel perfect. So be content with the dissatisfaction of your perfectionism and lean into it as a gift for a creative, to show up as a creator in this life. Lean into perfectionism as a gift of creation and understand that you are enough. The world loves you, God loves you, I love you, and you should look in the mirror and say, I love you, because you deserve to. And my name's Corey. I create awesome videos. I'll validate myself on consciousness, self-realization, spiritual awakening, and all of these amazing topics that allow us to make the most of this physical incarnation here on planet Earth. Standing with the trees, expressing my gratitude, talking with you. Thank you so much for being here. Click subscribe, watch that next video. There are tons of videos like it. So much love, so much gratitude, and namaste.